We thought it couldn't happen here, but it did. Edmonton was stunned as a tornado hit on the eve of a holiday weekend, and even more stunned to see just how destructive the black funnel cloud could be. Now we watch the clouds a little more closely than we did before July's angry sky. Friday, July 31st, 1987. Edmonton is covered in black rolling clouds. Then it begins to rain. It looks like any other bad storm. Most of us don't know a tornado has already touched down on the outskirts of the city in Mill Woods. The time is 3:25. 30 minutes later, the same tornado will have killed 27 people and caused $250 million worth of damage. All of that in half an hour. This is what people in the weather office saw when they looked out their window.
What about leaving right now?
Huh? I don't think so.
You're best inside, away from the window.
Guys were staying in the basement or the stairwell.
See the crap floating around the outside of that sucker?
Look at all the debris.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I think we better head. Like it's coming right this way.
By 4 o'clock, it's over. And this is what it left. Destruction. At this point, we don't know the extent of that destruction. There are unconfirmed reports of people dying and extensive damage. But it's too early to say for sure. Phone and power lines are down across the city as emergency rescue units try to untangle the mess. Out on the Sherwood Park Freeway, part of the story unfolds.
When I drove through the tornado, that's all, and it didn't flip my car. I made it through, and then I seen people all over the place dead, and bodies and houses torn, and this.
There was houses flying across 23rd Avenue, trucks flying across. I got out of my truck to help people and got thrown 30 feet across into a field. And when I got up, there were people laying all over the place, so we'd picked up a couple of bodies, injured people with hardly any faces left, and put them in the back of my truck and took them out to the ambulances on the Sherwood Park Freeway.
We heard a sound. It was just like a freight train. And I had everybody move right to the center of the building. There's a concrete block portion in the center of it, and we moved everybody into that area and into the center portion of the office and went right through, and I was sitting there, and then all of a sudden I could see daylight. And the whole roof, everything disappeared.
But not everyone could get out of the way. The tornado was haphazard. It cut a winding path, striking some areas, leaving others completely untouched. It came in from the southeast through Beaumont, moving through the outskirts of Mill Woods, up along the green corridor separating Edmonton from Sherwood Park. It would narrowly miss Refinery Row. It would cut through Clairview and the Evergreen Trailer Park. This is Beaumont and all that's left of a farmer's barn. And this is the area around 23rd Street and 34th Avenue as the tornado swept through Mill Woods. The portion of the funnel cloud touching the ground was about 50 feet across with winds of approximately 300 kilometers or 200 miles an hour.
All we saw is the wind touched down, and I rounded my family up and took them down the basement.
Did you hear anything down in the basement?
Oh, Christ. I heard everything down. We were scared silly.
11 people were killed before the tornado hit the trailer park, many of them in this lumber yard. And this is all that remains of Byers Transport. Within minutes of the storm hitting the city, search and rescue crews were at sites, like Byers, looking for victims and survivors. By now, the tornado had run almost half its course. It would veer close to Refinery Row, but not cut through it. The storage tank was picked up and tossed almost 7 blocks, ending up on a service road close to Strathcona Science Park. This is Clairview. And this is where the tornado sliced through the Evergreen Trailer Park. By now, the park is sealed off to everyone but rescue crews. Still, some people get in. Frank Andruko was at work in the West End when he heard about the tornado.
Yeah, I found my daughter. She's there. My daughter's at the hospital. My wife, no. She was with my daughter. And my daughter crawled out from somewhere she doesn't remember from where.
Your daughter was found?
Yeah, one. And my other daughter, Babe, sitting on the other side there. That trailer's missing too.
24 hours later, his daughter Sharon is identified among the dead. His youngest daughter was eventually found and released from hospital that night. Frank couldn't find his wife until later the next day. Alive, she'd suffered severe injuries and would spend the next 2 weeks in a coma. On site at the trailer park, bodies were held in a temporary morgue. Across town, survivors were being rushed to a local hospital. Everything was happening very quickly. Edmonton was declared a disaster area, and the search for victims and survivors continued. Connie Goling's home was completely destroyed.
I lost my son 7 months ago today. And now I gotta find my other one. I can't talk.
Her son was found alive and uninjured. 15 others in this closely knit community were killed.
Hello? Anyone here?
The search would last all night, not just here, but everywhere the tornado touched down.
Some of your happiness when you help because you care. It brings out the best in all of us. When you reach out to lend a helping hand, when you share a little love, it brings out the best in all of us.
Today, give because you care, the United Way.
For weddings and other important occasions, Walt's Clothes Closet can handle all your formal wear needs. At Walt's, you'll find the very latest fashions from the best names in formal wear. Formal selections to outfit you for any occasion. You'll go with style when you go with Walt's. With their fabulous formal wear selection. Walt's Clothes Closet, 10016 Jasper Avenue. Kitty corner from the McDonald Hotel.
Oh, uses the journal? You and you and you. And you and you and you and you and you use it too. Who uses the journal? You and you and you. And you and you and you and you for all the things you do. Who uses the journal 7 days a week? You and you and you and you and you can use it too.
The Edmonton Journal, Alberta's leading newspaper.
It's almost over. The end of the 7th annual Fall Sale Spectacular is drawing near, but there's still time to pick up a new Ford or Mercury at the Ford Regional Office on 111th Avenue and 149th Street. Just for coming down, 5 lucky people daily will try their hand in the Money Tunnel. The 7th annual Fall Sale Spectacular is happening now until Saturday at 6 p.m. and it won't be back till next year. Can you wait that long? See us today.
Sunrise the next day at the Evergreen Trailer Park. It's time to stand back and take a look at the damage. And there's confusion about where people are.
You had some friends in there.
Yeah, that's their car and everything right over there.
Have they died?
They haven't found her body yet. The last report.
I know some friends are in the hospital right now. One's a broken leg, stuff like that, but we don't really know where they all are yet because everybody's scattered all over.
Finding them became the job of these people, volunteers who staffed phones around the clock at emergency centers. At the command center at City Hall, police and fire officials coordinate the rescue and cleanup. And there are questions from people like the mayor, who wants to know why the city wasn't given more warning a tornado was about to hit.
I think that quicker information should have been made available to us because there was at least one person who phoned and said, "We see a black cloud, what do we do?" And at that point, we still had not been informed that there was a tornado coming.
We'd like to see more warning as well, but we move exactly as fast as we can. And in this specific case, although tragically the warning wasn't as much as we would have liked, it was as much as the system could provide.
Okay, the city is just here. I'll put this on run again, okay? This is the one that has the tornado in it. Okay.
In the weeks to follow, both Environment Canada and the mayor would get a chance to sit down and rethink weather warning policy. An inquiry into what happened here in Edmonton is due to begin at the end of October.
The walls were just coming like this, and going like that. And then I said, that's not if she's going to go, I'm not going to go with it.
Survivors are moved to hotels. They talk, trade stories, share the question, why us, and puzzle at the lack of answers.
Hello, it's the Red Cross calling, and we're wondering if you have any victims from the Evergreen area staying in your hotel.
It's not just hotels helping survivors, it's everybody. Over on 119th Street, donations are pouring into the Emergency Relief Center. Before people stop giving, 2 warehouses will be crammed to capacity. 2.5 million pounds of clothing will be donated, and even the woman who started this center is overwhelmed. Heather Arith.
We're going to need a whole new word in the dictionary. It is absolutely, completely overwhelming. It's marvelous.
At the SPCA, the story is the same. Homeless animals need food and they need shelter. Donations are piling up. It's now Saturday afternoon and the search continues in the industrial area. In Clairview, homeowners salvage whatever they can find that's still good. Premier Getty and his wife Margaret tour Evergreen.
Just go this way, sir. Bearing to the right. Okay.
It's of sympathy, sharing their grief, and a commitment to help them in every way possible, and not to worry about the dollars. We'll provide them.
It's the end of the first full day. Some people are able to relax. Some will keep on searching.
Good earrings. I found my... Did you ring that? I found my jade and my diamond earrings and my pearls.
It's now Sunday, and people try to retrieve what's left of their world. But some things can't be brought back.
A lot of people died in here. A lot of my friends, probably. I know a lot of people in this park. It's horrible. Somebody upstairs likes me because I'm still living.
It's hard, like, it hurts, you know, like a lot of friends of mine that hurt real bad and a couple get killed. It's hard to take, you know, so, like, we're one of the lucky ones.
All that's left is to remember. For many, Sunday was a day of memorials. And there were miracles coming out of this tragedy. This is Kristen Gregoire. Only 7 days old, she was ripped from her grandfather's arms by the force of the tornado. Her life was saved by Edmonton police officer Bill Clark.
She's doing well, yeah. She's bottle feeding and she's doing really well.
All I did was look at it. It was breathing when I got it, black and eye. It cried a little bit, but not very much. There was blood all over it. I couldn't even tell if it was a boy or girl. It had a soaking t-shirt and a diaper on.
There's only one radio station in Edmonton that guarantees you commercial-free music every day, 365 days a year. It's Light Rock, Less Talk, 96K Light. Commercial-free music 365 days a year. Artists like Billy Joel, Whitney Houston, Lionel Richie. So turn on 96K Light, the only radio station that guarantees you commercial-free music every day, 365 days a year. Light Rock, Less Talk, 96K Light.
Canada's largest one-day retail auction of cars and light trucks, Michener Allen, is holding an important auction this Saturday at 9 a.m. There will be over 800 units up for bid. Looking for another car, a light truck, or an RV? Then look no further than Michener Allen this Saturday. Need commercial or industrial equipment? Check out Michener Allen. Need to sell your present vehicle? See Michener Allen before this Saturday and consign your vehicle. Check the Sun and Journal for more details, and don't miss the Michener Allen auction this Saturday.
Once upon a time, there was a little girl who has the most amazing talking toy.
Play School's Talk and Play.
Sometimes while Big Bird was telling a story,
Each of the little pigs.
she switched to Oscar.
Some of my best friends are pigs.
Or Clover.
There is a wolf out there!
And everyone thought it was the best fun in the world.
Because kids can change the voices, they can change the story, and that can make Talk and Play more fun than anything else that talks. Play School's Talk and Play, because we know kids love toys that talk.
McDonald's introduces omelets you can hold in your hand.
Come on.
New Omelette McMuffins.
Hold on to a great new taste, an omelet you can hold in your hand.
You're kidding, a what?
That's right, ham and cheese or bacon and cheese.
Hang on to the great new taste.
Omelette McMuffins.
Really?
Yeah, ham or bacon with melting processed cheese on a buttered toasted English muffin.
An omelet you can hold in your hand.
You got it.
It's a good time for the great taste of McDonald's.
New Omelette McMuffins.
She had some edema.
You got your shoes? I mean, work boots?
That's underclothes.
Call it out as you need it, Connie. I didn't have anything like that, so that's not.
Okay. All this stuff.
I don't know anything about tools. No.
That's an ear
yes, those are my husband's.
Monday, residents go back to the trailer park.
I don't know. You'd have to ask my husband. I don't know.
The police move out. They've been guarding the area for 3 days. But there are complaints from residents about not being allowed into the Evergreen Trailer Park before Monday.
I was turned away. Every time I went there, I was turned away, or it was made difficult for me to get to my belongings.
In a few days, bulldozers move into Evergreen to clear the land and prepare for rebuilding. The same thing is going on in farmers' fields near Beaumont. This farm was badly damaged. Its owner, Gerald Royer, wonders if he'll be able to continue.
I don't think I can get back what I lost with insurance money. But hopefully I can rebuild and get back into operation again.
It will take businesses like Stelco months before they're fully back in operation. Byers Industrial will spend $10 million on a new plant, which isn't finished yet. And other businesses pledge to return. In the days that follow, the dead are buried and the living go on.
To God's keeping, we commend our sister here departed. We commit her body to the ground, earth to earth, ashes to ashes.
But eventually, heartbreaking moments like this are replaced by moments like this. A homecoming party last weekend for people from the Evergreen Trailer Park. A chance to get together again, to talk about where they've been, what's still ahead, and to remember. For each of us, the memory is different, but no one will forget July's angry sky. Dale Campbell, he piled the injured into the back of his truck and rushed them to hospital.
Well, I think I was lucky because of my son. He's what I live for. He's what I got. I don't know. I'm just thankful that I'm okay, and I'm thankful that most of the people are okay.
Don Hughes, he watched as his company was completely destroyed.
It made me really think about what was important. You change your priorities real quick. The day-to-day grind of making a living and all of that is important, but when you come so close to losing your life and losing your friends and the people you work with, you start to think very carefully about what really is important in life and how our relationships with each other are so important, and things just don't matter. Trucks, buildings, cars, they're just metal, and that's all they were after that thing went through, was just metal, because most of them were completely unrecognizable.
Connie Goling lost her home at the Evergreen Trailer Park, but her family was spared.
We're both very tired, and we both want to go home. We're zeroed in on this, I want to go home. And until that point, you know, it's, we're just living, we're trying to get through one day at a time. And I'm praying, oh, how I'm praying. Please, God, no rain, no snow, and no frozen ground until we can get set up. That's very selfish, I know. He's given us so much, but maybe we can get in before the 23rd of October. Who knows? Only God knows. I'm hoping. If it was yesterday, my husband and I were ready.
Heather Arith with the Emergency Relief Center. The faces of the people coming to her for help that day told her the real story.
A lot of people
think the tornado's over, and it's not. It's really not. The wind is gone, but the families are still shattered. A lot of the shock is wearing off, and reality is setting in. We also have, as I said, 2.5 million pounds of clothing. We have sized down to 2 warehouses, this one and our Kingsway warehouse, which is 2 acres large. And we desperately need volunteers. I think we had 4 or 5 volunteers in on Saturday, and we can't do our job. We can't get the things that were so lovingly donated out to the families that need them without people's help. We just can't do it. We haven't got enough hands. There aren't enough hours in the day.
Edmonton City Police Constable Bill Clark. Someone handed him a baby from the rubble.
I can't say it's really changed my life. I know if something like this ever happened again, I'd have a little more idea on what to do or what to expect. It's something that when it hit, you know, it's never happened here before, and it's not like this police department was prepared for it. Everybody did what they had to do, and for something of that magnitude and that amount of destruction, I feel that everything went really good, not only with our department, but with everybody I saw out there, you know, fire department, ambulance people, and all the civilian help was just incredible.
But you don't want to take any special credit for saving that little girl?
Oh, no, it's not special. It's just, like I say, I was in the right spot at the right time, and I just did what anybody would have done.
Frank Andruko, his 15-year-old daughter was killed. As he rushed to get home that day, he says he was thinking the worst, but praying for the best.
It doesn't seem that long ago. You know, it's almost like being in a dream, and you're hoping that everything's gonna come to an end, everything will be back to normal again. But it's not working. I mean, we know it. I mean, I know it's not a dream. It's reality. It happened. I buried my daughter. I know what it is. So it's not living at home, not having my wife at home. All these things that made home are just not there anymore, and it's very, very hard to take right now.
Frank Andruko's wife and 7 other people are still in hospital with injuries they received during the tornado. In all, over 200 people were injured and 27 died. Our best wishes tonight to everyone affected by the tornado. Thank you for joining us. Good night.